Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, featuring me, your host, DjLobsterDust. I almost said Locarthemanbeast. Also featuring him over there, Locarthemanbeast. Fuck! This is going great.
I could be LobsterDust.
I first looked at the fan that's right there, like it was a camera, and then looked up. I'm fucking out of it, dude.
Yeah. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday. Also,
what?
I've been seeing in like YouTube videos lately that like people, they're like, I usually shoot edgy content, like those kind of people. Well, they're like, mother fudger, and I have to say fudger because if we swear within the first minute of, I gotta start remembering that.
I honestly was
maybe that's why we haven't gotten our partnership yet.
No, I mean that, or the content's just shit. But I have been watching a lot of people recently talking about how YouTube has cracked down tremendously on stuff. I think a lot of it is because now the AI system has been introduced into everything. They're catching more stuff for like the hearing impaired for the closed captioning and things like that. And so all
you said fuck and cocksucker 24 times within 13 seconds.
Yeah, and then not only that, because there's so many swear words, like they're not only just taking the fact that there were swear words, but there's an amount of swear words per total length of video, and then it's demonetizing whole channels and stuff like that. So
yeah, we're screwed. Yeah. We're never getting monetized.
No.
Well, fudge.
Oh, dag nabbit. All right, let's do it. Let's from here on out, solemnly swear. We're going full 1920 swear words. Like comic strip swear words.
Yeah, just hard R's. No, let's do we should come up with like our own
spatulas.
Spatula. I don't even get it. But I know when I saw Clorf type it, he's all, fuck yeah, got him good.
We should come up with our own swear words. That's the point I was trying to make the other day, where it's like words are just words. You can say anything. Yeah. Now, and again, yes, some words have a little bit more meaning or they mean something to other people, but in the end of the day, like a word only has meaning if you put something behind it. Like, I potato you. You know what I mean? No one knows what that means.
Okay, I let them fly. But I like to think that when I let them fly, I'm not... I don't want to, like, toot my own horn. Some people, when they swear, it comes off crass. It comes off like they're just using it for shock value.
Yeah.
I feel like mine kind of worked their way in a little more organically. Yeah, it's swear words. Should you be doing it in a hospital that's not the ER? Yeah, probably not. But like they just kind of fly here and there, but I don't think like they're too bad. But then like you hear some people where it's like they're like just like such hard pronunciation on like the vowels or something, where it's like it like cuts through the air and you're like, oh God, why?
I think I have I think more or less my problem is that it's been in my vocabulary for so long that instead of using words like the, you know what I mean, or not the, but like you know those filler words.
Instead of using vowels like A, E, I, O, U,
I just use fuck.
This is fuck.
I have been trying to be more conscious of that. Like there are days like last Friday when we recorded last Friday and I got home super late, I was just irritated. So like I think when my level of irritation goes up, the amount of swear words that I use in a sentence like just kind of exceeds itself.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we do. We just go family friendly from here on out.
Well, to capitalize on what you were saying, we were talking with Janica's parents. Janica's dad's a pastor. And you could tell he was kind of like, and he kind of made like a comment about like cursing. And I was like, well, you know, in the Bible, it says anything said with ill intent shall mean whatever it is in your mind. So if you're using fuck in like a terrible way and you're using it to hurt somebody, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So if you're changing shit to poop, but you mean shit in like a derogatory, you're
that's
it's the same thing. Like just like the feeling behind it should dictate what the word means.
It's weird how we've like decided that swear words like are you don't say that court of law.
Go to Australia.
Yeah, it's exactly
They'll
right.
teach you real swear words.
That's a perfect example. Like I had a friend from Britain. It was the same type of thing. Like cunt was just a normal part of their language.
Well, that's what you can't say on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say a lot of things on YouTube, but again, it's a meaning behind it. There's things that are just part of everybody's normal like dialect. So again, it's only when you put meaning behind something. You know, if you're like, and it's all like you said, like tone and delivery. Like if I'm like, oh, you fucking cunt, you know what I mean? Like there's I'm like, you cunt, you know what I mean? Like there's a drastic difference in the way that you deliver something that can mean.
Or Bill Burr, white versus black people.
Yeah.
You know, that Asian motherfucker, you know, because they put the motherfucker at the end. But then white people, that motherfucking Asian.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's so true, though.
It is so true. Oh, it's too bad. I love swear words. I love swear words because they emphasize, they throw emphasis on something when you're just like that whole idea, when you're like really like in a point where you're just trying to, it's just fucked. You know what I mean? Like there is something behind it when you hear it and you hear it said. It's like, you know it's real. It's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm like, oh, dag nabbit, people are like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, oh, shoot. You know, it's like, weirdo. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like, ooh, something happened. Something happened, you know?
Yeah. God, do you remember?
By the way, this will be the most demonetized video out there.
Take a trip down memory lane. God, do you remember how exciting it was to learn your swear words?
I remember the first time I swore and like no one said anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's always like, oh,
I don't remember that.
I remember I was at a family get together or something.
Have been fucking like 23. But like that, where like finally my mom's like, okay.
I think it was a little kid. I was at my aunt's house in Alameda, and something had happened, and something fell over, and I was just like a little kid, and I just like remember seeing it fall over. I was like, oh shit. And like everybody was like, and then just went about their business. So I was like, oh, I got away.
Oh man. God, I think I remember my first time saying a swear word was like second grade. And I remember like, I don't know where, probably like, I was like, Mom, what's that word mean? She's like, it's a bad word. And it was fuck. And I remember like immediately going to school the next day. I was like, I know what the F word is. And these kids are like, huh? I was like, I know what it is. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, fuck, it's a bad word. And like immediately taken to the principal's office. Immediately my mom came in. So I beat the shit out of me the entire way home. And I mean like I was well into like my early 20s before like I could say like, oh, she's being such a bitch. Like without like both of my parents like beating the shit out of me. And like at a certain age, you're like, your mom's hit the shit out of you with everything. You're like, all right. But like, man, do they still fucking try?
Yeah.
I think I won that war.
Yeah.
If they're Ronald Reagan, I'm drugs. I won the war.
Yeah, you gave up. Yeah, that's the next biggest thing too. We are taught, okay, there are certain things we are taught, and like crime is wrong. Like certain aspects of things are wrong. We are taught also at a young age like swear words are wrong. Yet all of us swear. I'm trying to think of the amount of people that we know that don't swear. I think I can
think of two, maybe.
And
I can't even think of their names off the top of my head. I just know there's a couple.
I'll
tell you what, though. Those ones that effortlessly go through life without swearing. It's
sociopaths.
I don't know, man. I'm like equally like awestruck and impressed. Where they're like, and it doesn't like, it doesn't even seem like it takes effort. Like that's just genuinely like they're like, oh, I just don't do that. It's not like you see them like fighting with it, struggling, like having an aneurysm, trying to hold up that persona. It's just who they are. And like when you see that, you're like, wow, good for you, I guess. Like not for me, but
I also want to know what their vocabulary holds when they are frustrated, when they are trying to emphasize something or get something across on a point, or like they're in not in an argument, but they're in that point where they're trying to make a point.
Perfect example, Phillip Rivers. You ever heard Phillip Rivers mic'd up?
No.
Oh, from the Chargers QB.
Okay.
He's like,
okay,
famously, I think it's Mormon, and he never swears. When he gets mic'd up, he's all, "Gosh darn it, ref, are you?" Like, blip it. I can't even think of the words that come out of his mouth, but like they have the emphasis of fuck and shit. But like he in his head, he's saying some hard shit, and he's like, "No." He's screaming, but like the words that come out, it's like a bad lip reading. Yeah. You're like, what the hell did he just say? It's incredible.
That's where I want to get to. I want to change me as a person. I want to become better. And I don't mean better in the sense that like swears are bad, but I want to be a better person that I can just effortlessly like just rifle stuff off without being obscene.
Yeah. Yeah. Like being like almost like being Scottish. They could be screaming the worst shit at you and you wouldn't even know. You're like,
just because you can't understand them. So I just need to mumble.
Yeah.
So I think you are right though. We just need to come up with words that are just like,
it feels like an impossible task though.
It does.
How do you try to fill the shoes of fuck, you know? Like,
that's a big shoe.
That's a big shadow.
Yeah. It's just like the way that you can put that word in a sentence at different points to have it mean different things. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen that like list of things where it's like how the word
instead of this, say this.
Yeah, or things like that. And it's like,
like the use of the word.
Yes. Yeah. The use of the word. Oh God, I wish I could. We're literally doing everything in our power to this. Okay. Just for emphasis, I'm putting this out here for YouTube. This is a educational podcast on the word fuck.
Yeah.
Demonetizes.
Yeah. Actually, if we're getting a little like deep into the word fuck, it means fornication under consent of the king, which dates back to Henry IV, and ties neatly with anti-disestablishmentarianism and his separation of church from state, because the Catholic Church would not let him divorce from his wife, which is why he was like beheading them and stuff. So to fuck someone was to have sex out of wedlock based under that. This is all made up. I used to have a really good paper that I wrote for a history class in high school.
There is one.
I remember my angle on this.
So I thought it was for unlawful consent under king, or something like that.
I don't know. I think I heard like an acronym. It's wrong. It's not a real thing.
No way, really?
But yeah, no.
Oh,
but
my entire childhood.
I did like a 5-page report in high school. And I cited like big words like anti-disestablishmentarianism and like things like that. And I tied it together and my teacher bought it and I got like an A-. And I was so happy when I got the grade. I was like, "You're so dumb." Like, I was so excited.
Okay.
So like, that was really interesting. I was like, no, it's all bullshit.
The most versatile word in the English language is the word fuck. Okay. Most versatile. Can be used in so many different situations. As a sexual manner, let's fuck. Mischievous, let's fuck with them. Aggression, let's fuck them up. Anger,
I'm not gonna demonetize this. I'm just gonna take this video down.
Anger, fuck you.
Our fuck the other word ratio is outstanding.
Regret, fuck me. Resignation, oh fuck it. Surprise, holy fuck. Puzzlement, what the fuck? Greeting, how the fuck are you? Fraud, I got fucked over. Identification, who the fuck are you? Philosophical, who gives a fuck? Complimentative, so fucking beautiful. Confusion, where the fuck are we? Wonder, what the fuck is that? Amazement, how the fuck did he do that? Threat, don't fuck with me. Realization, I fucking knew it. That is a versatile word in any situation that you could. It is its own entity that can emphasize on things in so many different ways. I don't think it should be monetized or demonetized. I don't think it should be held against. I think it should be praised. I think people should be screaming it from the top of their lungs.
I do often.
I do.
Now,
in traffic a lot.
How do you not replace, but how do you find like a substitute for a word like that? It's got to be one syllable. It's got to carry weight. Maybe it's like the and the k. You know, it's almost like a thud with a snap at the end of it.
Maybe we should just take the autocorrect approach and just call everything duck.
Nah.
It's too easy?
Yeah, that's real low-hanging fruit.
We're
gonna take this task on. We got to take it.
I mean, it's a good stepping stone. It's a way of transitioning your brain. Because once you find a word, it's easy to put into it. But like, you have to really change your position on the way you think.
You're gonna change me at a molecular level. Taking this word from me.
What's it? We'll do a Clockwork Orange version. Just drops in the eyes like every time the word is said. Turn it off! Turn it off! Oh. Well, this is derailed. I'm glad.
Yeah. Anyways, how's your day?
It's been all right. I went down.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We went out to the river today.
Oh.
What a
little old to be doing that, huh? Yeah, what are you, like 18, 19 with Corey Rose?
Yeah, exactly. Corey hits me up.
Fucking warm Coors Lights.
Oh God, Corey hits me up like once every like couple weekends, but he always hits me up in the most inconvenient times. Like I already have something going on, or there's family, or I already have a plan. He's like, "I'm taking the boat out. You want to come?" Like, Corey, you got to give me more than 24-hour notice, man. Like,
yeah,
just don't have the time for that. No, like Mike, Marie, and James had like when we saw them last weekend or a couple weekends ago, they were like, let's go out to the river. Let's just go out and and float around. We'll get floaties and we'll just float in the river off the bankment.
Okay. That's
I'm not like going deep or whatever, or like taking a raft.
Just like wade in the fucking water all day and just drink beer. And stand around. So we get out to the first place. We get off to where sunrise is, like right, not Hazel's hatchery, but the next one down. And we're like, kind of like looking around. We're like, nah, it's okay. And then we decide, okay, well, let's go down to the next one and we'll go over there. Okay, cool. So we finally get over to this other place and like, there's like, it almost looks like there's a wedding or a quinceañera going on. It's like, well, okay, whatever. They're on their stuff. They're in the park with all the benches. So it's like, they've kind of taken that over. Fine. So we walk out, we get down to the river and find like a nice little sandy area. There's a few other families there. And we're like, oh, this is kind of nice. You can walk out far enough into the river and it's all still sand and everything. So it's like, cool, let's post up here. So we're just out floating in the water, just enjoying a little bit of the sun. It's early enough in the morning that it's not like hot, because this is my whole thing. I've been in the heat all week long, and I'm like, I do not want to be in heat. So let's go early, float around for a couple hours, and then peel off from there. So we're just floating. Everything's supernatural. The entire party that was up there was not a wedding. It was a baptism, and they took over the entire beach. So we had our stuff, we're posted up, we're sitting in the water, and now there's 90 people with like 10 dudes in the water, like dunking people. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And like, baptized?
Oh no, I was there,
Yeah, you should start. Man, look a little short-handed. Let me just fucking
watch out. And it just got really kind of obnoxious. And then so everybody was like, well, let's move down over here because they're doing that. I was like, no, this is a sandy part of the, like, we were here first. Like, I don't want to leave. And then it was like, all right, whatever, let's wrap that up. So everybody, we went home pretty early, and then we went to Pitch and Fiddle and got like a burger and some beers, and then came home. So it's been.
Did you see Ronnie?
I did not. It was early. There was not a lot of people there. Like you go into I went into Pitch and Fiddle for food, not for drinking. So the people that are there that were sitting at the bar, it was like, whoa.
Oh, I know him well. Oh, man,
it's Chris's birthday today, as a Saturday, not a Monday.
Happy birthday, Lady Gaga.
Happy birthday. getting old.
I wish I had more energy.
Yeah.
I'd sing some Bad Romance or some Alejandro for you, but I am limping through this as it is.
Yeah.
But I Mr. Sidewinder, I wish you all of the love in the world. You beautiful Viking man down in San Diego, walking around in something that's undoubtedly sleeveless. I hope you have the best of days.
I am, as much as I would love to be there with him right now, I'm also very thankful that we live very far away.
Yeah, he's dangerous.
Like, we're all,
in the best way.
We live.
I'm glad that all of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in San Diego. You're in Redding. I'm here. We don't meet up very often because thank God.
Yeah.
Either one of us would be dead or one of us would be in jail. Or
yeah,
all of it.
I'm real glad I met him later in life. Fuck me.
Yeah, seriously. Oof. Oof. There's some. I am so glad. I'm so glad that I have aged the way that I have. I'm 30 years old, and I feel like I have the wisdom of like the old man you meet like late in life. He's like sits on the porch. You walk past his house every day, and the kids finally stop by and they talk to him, get to know him. They find out he's just like this really interesting, fun person. You're just like, God, that's who I am. I'm just now, but I've only got like maybe like a month left.
I feel that same way, especially when I talk to like older people.
Yeah,
when they bring up like Bonanza or Gunsmoke or like something like that. Like you wouldn't know it. I was like, you have no clue who you're talking to. Like we start talking, like you go, and I got wisdom beyond my years.
Yeah, I've always.
Am I actually wise? No, but I know some old shit.
That's exactly right. Sorry, I just enjoy old classics.
Yeah.
I think I've always said I felt like I was born in the wrong time period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I had to really think, like I would love to have been Roaring 20s time period, or like after World War II, like America time period, with like the boom and advertisement and like almost like Mad Men time period. You know what I mean? I feel like that is when like cars and clothing and just lifestyle was really unique. You know what I mean? Like that
right between like my dad and my mom's age. If I could be born back then,
you
know, born what, like late 50s, ish.
Yeah, I think even,
or maybe even like middle 50s. So
I was
that like,
gonna say,
I'm like coming into my strides.
I would say if I hit my adult years, being like 18 to like 20, at the middle to late end of 50s would be the best. But it also means that I'd have to be born in wartime. Or right at the tail end of wartime.
Born in wartime, coming through. I want to be like 18, maybe early 60s ish. You know, just coming into where like I'm experimenting with drugs, but I'm getting hard into them. Like I'm not like throwing myself deep into like that like 60s movement. Just enough to like you can buy like the cool cars for like $300.
Yeah.
Have some cool drugs, live to see disco die, and then like I've always said, like the last thing I want is like on my deathbed just to hear NSYNC drop bye bye bye, and that's when I go. And like just like if you like encapsulate my life between those time periods before I have to deal with any of the shit that we're going through, oh fucking solid. Sign me up.
If you were born in that time period, do you think you would actually enjoy bye bye bye? Like think about it. You're growing up with like Fallout music. I don't want to set the world on fire. You know?
No, because that song speaks to my soul, Trevor. It's more than just like a superficial like or growing up at the time. That is boy bands are a part of me.
Then it means you were born exactly when you were supposed to be born.
Shut the fuck up. Here's a question. Somebody posed it. What year would you choose to be the richest man alive?
Ooh.
God, no. I said that wrong. They posed it as like it's like, what year would you choose to be the richest man alive? There was like a caveat to it. Basically, we're saying like aside from like the years that you're alive, how far would you go back?
Oh, to like have wealth?
Yeah. So like when it would stop being like a convenience. Obviously, you could be the richest man alive in like 1300 BC, but then you don't have like toilets and stuff like that.
Got you.
You know, what's like the furthest back you would be willing to go to be the richest man alive?
Oh, man, like probably early to mid 1800s, like after Black Plague time period.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't even think about like sicknesses and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about like plumbing. I was like, man, electricity would be sick to have, but
I mean,
I don't know if I go back far enough, I could have like a harem.
when was Isaac Newton, or not Isaac Newton? Jesus, was it Isaac Newton? Who did light bulbs? Thomas Edison.
Tesla did.
Tesla did.
Tesla.
I know. He stole all of it. But I mean, that time period, what was that? That was like late 1800s, right?
Yeah. That wasn't that far ago.
That's another big win about it too, is because you're talking about wanting to be the richest person alive in a time period where in the last 100 years, technology and everything has advanced so drastically. You would have to be comfortable with like still riding horses. Like people dying at the age of 20 from childbirth. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to be rich enough to have a horse and choose when I have to ride it, not be forced to ride it to get anywhere.
I mean, I would love to be the richest person.
Sick, like horse-drawn buggy.
Yeah. Or be
fucking 12 horses at the front of you.
I don't know, man. Even be like the first person to drive around in a Model T. I don't know, man.
Have you ever ridden a Model T?
Yeah, they're awful.
I'm so fucking peasant. And like they're out walking you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. I mean, that's tough. I think, yeah, definitely like mid to late 1800s, or like richest man alive in like late 30s. Like early 40s, like wars going on, but you've got just money outside of it. So economies crash, everything's falling apart, but you're just the richest man alive. So when war ends, you just have a plethora of money to do whatever you want, buy whatever you want, start whatever business you want, capitalize on American, you know.
You're the richest man in 1912. Well, congratulations on having $112 in your bank account, John. That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing to think about. Richest person alive 1800s is that's me now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm
exponentially so.
Yeah, I'm well more wealthy than that person.
Just the fact that you can read a book says how rich you are.
Oh, see, that's another big one too.
I'm rich, but I can't read.
I watched did you ever see The King's Speech? No. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's fun. I feel like that, like right at the precedent of war and everything, like London, that time period. I feel like that would be a cool time period to be in. Not because of the war situation, but like that whole dynamic of the people that lived in that time period. Just really, just a unique, interesting time. Like just coming out of World War I, like everything's kind of like getting back into the situation. People are happy, you know, new king in the world, you know, things like that. I feel like that'd be interesting. No? What about you? When do you want to be the richest person in the world?
It'll sound bad, but man, you take me back to like Egypt times. I don't know. That might be tight. Just to have like,
yeah,
I hate to say the word, a slave workforce, but just to have like an entire kingdom under your command, like, because that's like what wealth was like the power and stuff. To be like, you know, it'd be sick. A 385-foot tall, perfect carving of my face out of limestone
on a lion body.
I don't care what it costs, money or people. Fucking throw it at him and just boom. You know.
I don't think there was any money. It was just you were just like Do it.
Divine power. Yeah, for real. All of your money is actually mine.
Also, you think about going back. I'd like to be the richest person in the world at my current like position in life, my age and everything, in the next like 100 years.
Oh, you mean going forward? Then?
Yeah.
That wasn't allowed.
Sorry, you're outside the rules.
No, we're going backwards so that there's like some like deficits to it. Like, you know, it'd be sick. I want to be the richest person in the world when we cured cancer. Like, who the fuck does it?
Yeah.
When immortality is a thing, that's when I want to be the richest thing.
Okay, cybernetics come out, right? You're the richest person in the world. Body augment, you get full Deus Ex or cyberpunk. You can augment anything. What's the first thing you augment?
Dick.
Yeah, dick. 100%. Okay. Is that even... All right. Second thing you augment.
So we got these mods, right? This one makes you fly. This one lets you jump through walls. What's that one do? It adds an inch and a half to your dick. I want that one. Yeah. But we have a lot more to offer here. That's really just like a novelty. I guess. No, I want that. Don't talk me out of it.
We usually just throw that into the package with whatever you buy. No, that one first.
Don't understand.
I feel like if I had to go, I'd want legs. Like just superpower, super fast legs, shit like that. Something I can jump super high, run super fast.
Man, it's gonna sound so bad. I scanned this guy today, and he lost one of his legs in like a tree fell on him and like crushed it, and they had to like amputate it. Dude, he looked so fucking cool with his like amputated leg. Like they look like Cyberpunk now. Like he came in, I was like, oh shit, and he had like these like sick ass Air Force Ones on, and for some reason like they just popped against that leg. And I almost said some dumb shit. I was like, man, that leg's like I'd give up my leg for one of those. Like that's the kind of shit that was going in my head. And I was like holding my tongue the entire time. I was like, because I know it's not gonna. I know you don't mean it like that, Brad, but I know they're not gonna receive it like that.
I literally just had this conversation with James today. I was like, if I had a choice to take the leg and like I could get one of those dope ass like because I've seen some of the prosthetics that come out nowadays that have like servos and stuff in them. So like when you move, they almost like imitate a real leg where like the foot will like flex and stuff like that. Oh, 100%. 100%. Those are dope. Until you take the leg off and then you look at it and you're like, wow, you are stump.
Sorry, ladies. The leg stays on during sex. That's my kink.
Take your shoes off. Bloop. It's an old leg.
Cyberpunk, Deus Ex, what mod? I don't know. Like one of like the mind ones where like you can like hack into like electronics with like your brain just to make me smarter.
Isn't that just Neuralink?
Yeah, well, that's why it sounded lame. That's the thing I was like, it sounds so lame, but like just make me like infinitely smarter. That'd be cool, I guess. I don't know. No, you're right. You're right. Fucking like mantis arms or some shit. Which like we get like mods like, oh, give me like mantis arms, give me this shit. But like you if we had them now, we couldn't even use them. We'd just be like fucking kid like to like go to my mom's to like chop a tree up. Like that's thick. All right. It's like guns. Like you can't just like walk around in public like we're not gonna be like super villains or some stupid shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. I think if we got to augment stage, we would just have to become villains. Because you wouldn't. You would
just show it off.
Yeah, you would have to do something. It's like I would rob a bank or something. You know, you'd have to do something. Because like it's like owning a fucking Ferrari and driving it on 50. Like, cool, dude. You got a Ferrari. Like, how fast are you going? 35?
Rob a bank. You're going to hand your debit card to the bank teller. Well, I guess I'm taking the money now.
This is my villain arc. See, this is, I think, just my like brain and everything. I always think about like if I had superpowers. You know, like some guys think about the Roman Empire a lot. Like I think about superpowers. How dope it would be to have superpowers.
Yeah.
Like just some of this, like, and I don't mean like, you know, kitty pride phase through walls type of shit, which is still cool, but like I'm talking about like flight, teleportation, like mind control, like
Jumper.
I think we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, we have.
I love the jumper ability, but like,
Jumper be sick.
I mean, just like, Nightcrawler, those types. I think of like X-Men, stuff like that. Like, I would just be so down to have like a cool superpower. Flight, I think, would be my number one. Like, I don't necessarily want flight. I like teleportation, I think, more than I like flight.
Yeah.
Flying is cool. You can fly wherever, fly no problem. Teleporting in and out of places, like just wherever you're thinking of, just like bam, just being there. Oh, it'd be so sick. So
flight sounds cool until I think you have it, and then like after like the first like couple days, you're like, I bet you flight's a lot like me with Cybertrucks. Like, I don't know, I just fucking want it. And then like a week later, you're like, why the fuck did I waste my choice on this one?
So what? There's a first off, there is a subreddit called Cybersuck, and it's just people posting Cybertruck stuff, or people on TikTok being like, "This is so dope." Have you seen the one where it's like, this guy's like, "A Cybertruck is a real truck. Look what it can haul," and he's like coming out of like Home Depot or something. He's got like
2 bags of fertilizer and a case of water.
Yeah, he's like, "Look what he can do." And someone's top comment was like, "Well, I hope the Cybertruck can hold as much weight as that shopping cart." Like,
yeah, fucking.
That's so funny. I've seen them in the wild, Brad. They are the dumbest. They're so it's not even like
I fucking love them, man.
I can't even express it. It's like, it looks so bad on so many different levels. The angles of it, the shape of it, it doesn't even look like you could owning something at that expense as a meme makes zero sense. I've been watching people that do wheel turns on it, and there's a lag. There's a lag from like when you turn the wheel like turns a half second after you've turned. Like,
you're saying this like you're going to like talk me out of it. Like
I'm not saying you'll kill yourself in that, or it'll be in the trash. I've seen people that have purchased them. They're already selling theirs. Like, you can take over the payments. Just if you want it, it's yours. Come and take it.
Forward those to me.
100%. I will. They're everywhere.
God.
They're everywhere. Brad, they're everywhere. People are buying these.
I don't even know if I drive one.
They're so bad. They're so bad that the system in them is so bad. People are having, like, because it's not a vehicle. It's a fucking iPhone, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all you want to buy. You just want to buy a new iPhone. So buy a new iPhone.
I do. Mine's going shitty.
But because of that, the software isn't, like, the firmware is all bad or whatever. So people are driving them on the freeway, and then their thing is popping up being like, "Please pull over. Like, something is wrong." And it slows the truck down to 4 miles an hour on the freeway. They're a disaster. They're the worst thing. And then not only that, but just seeing them like up close and personal.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
Oh, it's the dumbest thing ever. I was like looking at one, and like, I was walking through, and Christine was with me, and she was like, "The camera's probably on. He's probably watching you." And I like leaned down, and I was like, "You're a fucking idiot. Like, go buy an actual real vehicle." Like, I
love them, man.
I hate them. They're so stupid. Not only, and I've said it before, to like that idea. I don't like Teslas or electric cars and stuff like that, because it misses the whole point of what a vehicle is. I want a car. First off, I have a penis, so that's step one. But I want a car. I want a car that when you step on the gas, you feel the kick of it, you hear the motor, you know it's firing, you can smell the oil and the gas, and like, oh man, like just the actual point of a car. Getting into a car to fix it is also something that's so rewarding that you can't, like, you don't get that with electric cars. I love being, I'm not
like, disagreeing at all.
Once a month being like, I gotta check my oil, like pop the hood, get under there, look at different things, or like, oh, something's wrong and I gotta fix it, taking it apart. The work truck, the hand shifter for the work truck fell apart. I had to tear the whole thing off, put it back together. There's something so rewarding about doing that with vehicles.
Yeah.
You can't do that with an electric car.
No, you can't.
It
doesn't change the fact that I want one. No. And like I said, I don't even know. I mean, of course I drive it. I don't think I'd even want it as my daily driver. But what I want would just be like, look at that stupid piece of shit. I don't even get why I want it. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't understand. I think they're fucking hideous.
They're bad.
I think they are. And they're so like, sometimes you see like an angle, like on like somebody took like a picture, you're like, okay, it kind of does look sick there. But then like when you see it in person, it's impossibly ugly. From any way you look at it,
every
like,
angle. Like I tried to look, I saw it from the front. I was like, it just looks like a like big ass and it's like, okay, so look at the side and it's like it's like, okay, and then you look at the back and it's like, oh, this thing is just so gross on every level.
Have you seen the interior of it though?
It's so dumb.
Even worse.
So dumb.
Even worse.
So dumb.
I don't know why I want this. Maybe this is a cry for help, but I want one so bad.
This is worse than like most midlife crisis. This is what you're doing right now. You know what I mean?
It's way more embarrassing.
Yeah.
Just buy a Miata.
Miata Corvette. Get it candy red, you know? No, you're gonna buy a fucking Cybertruck.
Yeah.
It's
fuck it.
No. You know what? Get it. Get it. I want you to waste your money. I want you to waste your money. Have like another debt that you have to deal with. Have something sitting there you can't use.
Take it with you. Yeah, it'll be like my computer. It works half the time.
Yeah, maybe. If I don't turn it on, it works.
God, you guys are gonna feel so fucking dumb when I just keep upgrading my computer. I'm just shoving my GPUs into the Cybertruck and just making it the ultimate truck. You got that? A couple 2080s, 13090 Ti, and I just upgraded my new computer, so a 4080 is going in it as well.
Oh man, I was at Best Buy the other day. 4070s are $628. That is the.
There's part of me that still gets like real upset, like when we talk about like what we paid for our GPUs. Man. Like when we started talking about the other day, I was like, oh!
It hurts so bad. It hurts bad because it's like the next. I mean, and the difference between the 30 series and the 40 series isn't so much of a jump that it feels like it's
not that
huge leap. Yeah, you don't need to necessarily get it. Like my 3080 Ti versus a 4070 is probably on par at the same set. There's a few features that you can't get.
Still higher.
It is. It's the 40 series.
Higher, just
you get the extra
features.
Yeah, exactly. But all my games still look great. It's just no problem. But then there's still the fact of the cost.
It's the price.
That's all it is. It has nothing to do with the actual.
We can try to justify it as much as we want.
Price, man.
That price sucks.
God, it's so infuriating. It's so infuriating. It also makes me. And like we said, we have like some of the last of the EVGA cars. So it's also, I feel proud to own that. And I wouldn't have necessarily mind spending the money I did. Well, especially when I needed the card. I needed the card. So when I bought it, I got it. It's fine. It just really hurts. It hurts.
And the worst timing.
The worst timing. Because it was like, okay, I could get this for like
a week after we bought it.
Yeah. Just started to. And then all of crypto just dropped off the planet, and then it was just like people were just selling them left and right. Oh
God.
Although I am happy that I bought mine when I did from EVGA. Even when I had the problems, I had to send it back in, and EVGA still had cards, and I got a new one from them. You know what I mean? Directly from EVGA. Because when that crypto crash happened, you know what I mean? People are selling new cards and people are getting them from China, and they've been like used like miner cards and stuff. And they're like, run through, Day and age. I'm happy with my system though. Still, there's a few things I'd like to upgrade on it. I just bought new RAM. I just put new DDR5 in mine. So I'm pretty much maxed out on everything I can. I'll be good for another 5 years probably. If anything, I'll upgrade to the next 50 series cards when they first come out.
There's some things I need to work on mine, quite clearly. I think the computer itself, the components are fine. I think there's just some like execution things I need to change.
Sure.
I want to vertical mount my GPU.
Yeah.
So I can actually plug that fucking SATA. I don't know why, looking at it from a design standpoint, why you would put a SATA card that close to like where, unless they just didn't think that a graphics card was going to go that far out. I don't know.
I also think that that's a big one because all ATX boards are built the exact same way. but every graphics card is built just a little different. Like there's some that are shorter, there's some that are longer, there's some that are 3 fans, 2 fans. You know what I mean? It all depends on where you get it from and what company you get it from. So it's like
this is a chonky graphics card.
Oh, so. That one specifically is massive. When you pulled that sucker out of the package, it's not only is it like long, but it was thick. It was thick. Yeah.
It's that long.
I want to put it on a vertical mount because of the weight of mine. Like I have like Atlas, like this little Atlas guy holding mine up, and I have the other pressure bar in it because I'm like, if this guy starts to melt, I want to make sure it doesn't. Yeah. But it's so much weight. I know it's holding itself on its own, that little like 16 pin. And it's like, that's enough weight that it's like, it's literally, it can pull down, and all it needs is like a bad solder job and that thing just snaps off. And then what am I supposed to do at that point?
Yeah, now I'm kind of looking at mine wondering.
I told you, like, that's why I asked you to make those things, because I wanted to make sure that there was a bridge in there somewhere, because I do not want that thing to bend.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
Also, check the video I just sent you.
Okay.
First thing on my list of to-dos, I need a monitor. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because like pixelated iPhone.
If this is what the monitor looks like, then yeah, let's upgrade it.
Can you see all of like the lines and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it takes like a good like, you know when an old person gets out of bed and they kind of like they sit at the edge of the bed, they kind of like move their feet and their legs to get the blood flowing. That's what my monitor does now. It takes like a good like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Like when I was in Discord and you hopped into Discord, it was still just kind of working itself out.
So before you swap monitors, check your cables. Check your cable to the back of the monitor, okay? And swap cables.
Okay,
and
that's it.
Pull the cable out of the GPU and put it into integrated and see if you have the same effect, because it may be GPU.
Ooh, I would hate that.
I'm just saying.
That scares me more than anything.
I'm just saying. Troubleshoot that first. If you get the same same effect from everything after swapping cables and swapping to integrated, and you get the same effect, then yeah, it's probably the monitor. Replace it. If not, it might be a bad cable. If it's a bad cable, cool. If it's a bad GPU, that may also be why you're having so many issues with certain things.
Oh. Fuck, I can already hear Aaron talking shit in the group chat after seeing this episode. Me
and James are having a conversation when we had lunch today. He's like, I've been lucky that every PC he's like, I've never bought a pre-built. I've always built my own, and I've never had issues. But he's like, because of that, I've never been able to learn how to fix issues either. Like, it's just been something that has existed. So
to be fair, I haven't really either.
Yeah,
all of my problems have been like, I don't fucking understand this. Then I take it to a computer store and they still don't get it.
Yeah.
This fucking
but I have built computers forever and I have had issues, but none of my issues have been so bad that like yours. Well, no, I take that back. I did have like power issues. I've had power issues before where like I've been like PSU's just bad, replace it.
God, remember my first one?
Workhorse, baby.
I thought that was building computers. It's like you just plug things in and it works instantly, flawlessly. Oh fuck,
man! That computer went in super easy too. That was a cakewalk. This new one though,
brought all that shit over. We did it in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
This one took 3 days, 2 trips, and still had to take it to a store.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And man, I still think it's just that graphics card, honestly. So the rest of the computer's fine. I still do not understand the whole, you can't put a 4 terabyte M.2 with an OS system. Like, this just doesn't make sense to me. It just does not make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I was like, okay.
Whatever you want.
I don't think you're right, but I'm also not smart enough to know better.
I also don't have the time. Just fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, I went and I was like, I'll pay you whatever you want. Just make it work. Like, we're on a wait list. Can I pay to get through this? Like, I don't care. Pretend money's of no object and I want this done tomorrow. Just name your price and I'll give it to you. Like, God damn.
Have you talked to mom about the house?
No.
I haven't heard from her either.
No, I've been work brain. She called me. I got home at like 7:40 something. She called me. I don't even know what she said. I was like, just like closed my eyes. I was like, okay. I set an alarm on my phone to wake me up in like 10 minutes. And I was like, I just need to close my eyes. She called. I'm like, hi, Mom. She's like, so how she sounded like the teacher from like Peanuts.
Yeah.
I was like, and she talked for like a long time. And I don't know if she asked questions or not, but she just kept going and going. I was like, Mom, let me just call you tomorrow. I don't understand anything that you're saying. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, I just got out of work. It's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a few weeks. And I just need to call you tomorrow. Let me drink some coffee and talk to you in the morning. She's like, okay, bye. I don't know what she said. Maybe she was talking about the house.
Hopefully,
I don't know.
Because I'm getting to the busy point of time. So
yeah,
if you guys are trying to move in September, I just need to know. If not, it doesn't matter. Take the bid, go to somebody else. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal to me. I'm just.
Wait, did I tell you though?
Tell me what?
Leaving the tile in the back room in the bedroom.
No one's heard. I haven't had a I dropped the bid off. I talked to you, and that's the last I've heard.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay. All right. Hey, we'll talk after this.
Okay.
Fucking games.
All
video
right,
games.
Are we gonna actually do video games? 3 weeks,
well,
right?
I mean, I gotta go to bed soon, but let's end it on video games. Anyways, the game that we played was fun.
2 weeks. 21st. Not this upcoming Friday,
Elden Ring,
but the Friday after that.
I know. I've been watching, like, everybody's getting back into Elden Ring. Like, it's their first time. Like Tim the Tatman, like an Adriana Chechik, like all these like the big name streamers. Yeah. They're like, oh, we're playing Elden Ring, and it's like, you fucking peasants. Like, you didn't do shit when the game was first out.
Oh, you came out.
I am digging it though. At the same time,
yeah, it's nice to just see it happen. I am. Are we going to try? Are you going to try and take time off?
Oh no!
What do you mean? Oh no!
I know. I think I have time off right when it comes out, though. I think when we looked at my schedule,
because I think you Friday or Saturday you worked or whatever, but like one of the days over the weekend you said that you had a day off. So I am down to just lose our life in that.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do a whole fucking day of just diving in. And honestly, like the play testers and people that have like early access to it now, they've been saying they're comparing it to their first time playing Elden Ring, like how like big and like how like you kind of fall into the world and you're like, what the fuck? Like all the things I'm seeing are fucking great.
Yeah. That's I'm ready. I'm ready to just kind of lose myself in it again. I hope it gives me the same effect it gave me when we first played. Like, I know that will, but I don't know if it's because it's been so long and it's a DLC, if I'm not going to have the same.
We still got to bring our characters up though, that we're taking into this thing.
I'm going to take we haven't played enough. I'm just taking my old character. It's already got so much stuff. You can do whatever you want, man. I don't care. But I am not going to try and regrind up a character into it. Okay, here's the thing. It all depends on where the DLC comes from. If you have to
you have to
beat Melania.
Yes.
So you have to get through all of the Forgotten or the Frozen Land and everything out there. It means you have to go through all of the Deku Tree.
Where Melania is where you go into the DLC.
Right.
Is what
so
they're saying.
I'm saying that's pretty deep into a playthrough.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
You have time to play between now and next Friday?
Smells like oh, it's next Friday.
Not this upcoming Friday. It's the Friday after. You've got 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to grind.
I think I have,
exactly.
I think I have 2 days out of those 2 weeks. I don't play.
No way. There's no way. I mean, speedrunners can get through it pretty quickly. I'm not that guy. Okay?
No. Because you want to go there with like gear shit and stuff too.
I want to be ready to roll. I do not have that.
The only thing that I have. Okay, I have like Unga Bunga.
You have Unga Bunga. You've got the mage.
What, we just larval tiers and fucking spec out to like builds that we don't know anything about?
I guess it's all going to determine on what items I get in there. Because
does larval tiers reset everything?
Just your stats. The stats you leveled up, like what you put into the level.
Oh.
Yeah, you can swap. Remember, you can swap around however you want.
Oh, but
but you could only farm so many larval tears. Remember, there was like a set amount.
Yeah, I don't think I've used. I think maybe I've used one.
I've used one or two. I still have.
So technically, I could take the mage, who's like fucking uber leveled, larval tier him, and then basically just go like the in faith build or whatever.
So that's what I was kind of looking at. I don't think I'm gonna larval tier.
At a certain point, the diminishing returns of like what your starting character is doesn't really mean.
It doesn't matter much. And we've leveled up enough that I could probably utilize whatever I want. But I definitely think that I also want to see what weapons come from the DLC before I determine on what type of build I want to go with. Like, get into the DLC, pick up a few items, maybe kill the first boss, and then see what drops in, like, where the
also
items
on those like main characters, we have every weapon.
Everything.
I've got everything.
I've got everything. So playing around with it isn't going to be a negative.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I also don't want to do that character dirty. That character put in a lot of work in that game. Yeah. I don't feel like it should skip the DLC.
That one character's got like 145 hours into it.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. If not more. And especially when we were just doing nothing but PvPing for a while. So it's like, I feel like that's where I want to start DLC. And then maybe if I have the time, play with the other character and get them up and then do kind of like a rough end. Because I don't want to necessarily... this is a tough one. I want to struggle, but I don't want to struggle in a way that's like, because I zoomed to DLC, I struggle even more and then have to go back to the other game to farm things out that I would need. I don't want to waste that time. I don't have that time right now. So not only is Elden Ring DLC coming out in 2 Fridays, but I also have Final Fantasy XIV's new expansion like right after it. So it's like, I for the games that I want to play, plus also if I'm going to record or do anything for the channel, I don't have time, and working a job.
Fuck all of you.
It only came up because Aaron's been playing this game forever and ever. And the new DLC came out. You said, let's play Destiny 2. I had no idea that there was even a new DLC.
I knew DLC was coming.
I did not.
And I knew it was going to be the final DLC.
Right.
And I don't think I played
it when it first came out.
I played Destiny when it first came out, and I played like the first
yeah.
First expansion, and that's about as far as I got in, and then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like put it aside, like I'm done with this game. It's just like, all right, there's better games to play.
100%. 100%.
And then I know, like, somehow, God, what is that? Like 12 years ago? It's still been going this whole time and stuff like that. So I was like, I could probably pick it up.
Sure.
And then everybody's
free to play.
It's fucking mid, Brad. It's this. Trust me, you don't want to do it. And then Aaron is just like, hey, guess what? It's fucking sick.
Well,
you start at light level, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And everybody's like, yeah. Fuck you all for fucking making me fucking feel like a chump. I felt like Cliff asking people to play fucking Dota.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not on board, but I am on board to play a game that we can all play together. It's also $50, right? It's like, who cares about the money? But it's like,
fucking 3.5 burritos.
It's not that. Think of all the stuff that's coming out afterwards. At least for me, it's Elden Ring, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is going to take up so much of my time, especially when I'm going to try and raid. Like, plus running the channel, it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to get into Destiny, then we actually have to have time to play. Your whole thing is like, let's jump into something and let's play, but you have one day every 36 days of a month. It's like, Brad, when are you playing fucking games with us? Exactly. So it's like, if we're all going to do it, we're going to do it. But then it's like
at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday. Yeah, I got time off.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh, well, we've already blown through all this stuff. Okay, let's go back and level you up or whatever, or vice versa. It was the same thing with like Gray Zone. You know, you had time off, so you blasted through a bunch of stuff, and then we ended up spending so much time going back to like, I'd like to do it all as a group, and you know, Aaron's already playing it, so he's already well ahead of us. So is it worth it?
He's not well ahead of us. He only gets stuck at Tiger Bay too.
Oh, I meant Destiny.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I already knew he's well ahead of us. So he'd been playing it this whole time.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what the game we want. We want a game that pops in with like when there's no progression.
Yeah.
You want the Call of Duties, you want the PUBGs, you want the Apex games where it's like you're not hindered by time sink of progression. You're at that point. I'm not saying you want those, because that also comes with a skill gap of like, I'm not playing, so I'm less skillful than other people. But you want something like that, where it's just like in and out, and you're not like hindered by, oh, someone's been playing without me for 26 hours now, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Fucking
sad days. Sad day. You know what you can do? And I'd be willing to do it with you. If you're on the train when I'm on the train.
Wow.
We quit our jobs.
Okay.
Okay. We leave the significant others. Me and you move in together. We game.
Gay married.
Gay married. We'll buy a house. We'll buy a house so we can at least get. Oh, we'll buy the house from mom, and so that way we can claim it on our taxes. Oh, disability. I'll get disability.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll run into a wall if I have to. We just game every day. We record whatever we want. Make a YouTube channel if not, and then when money's tight, suck dick.
Man, you had me for a long time there.
$5,000 a dick, dude. That's a lot of money.
Okay. Are we back to that?
Yeah.
If you guarantee me those prices and a steady amount of dicks to suck,
I didn't guarantee the price. I didn't come up with the price. The price was given to me. I'm just going off of what everybody else is saying. I didn't set those.
$5,000.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, who?
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron's paid $5,000 to get his dick sucked.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. No, to suck a dick. To suck a dick. Someone's paying him $5,000.
I don't think Aaron ever answered that question, though.
I think that was the whole point. That's why we came up with 5,000.
No, because I asked Aaron if he would suck Superman's dick, and if by swallowing the load he gets Superman powers if he would do it, and he still wouldn't do it. There's no amount of money for Aaron.
Because he do it for
Sean.
free. Sean,
I think, was the 5,000.
That's right. Maybe it was Sean.
I actually said $1,000 to suck a dick.
Look,
if you guarantee me that I could do it once a day and just get that money.
I wouldn't even need that much. I'm looking at utilities.
$30,000.
Utilities, mortgage, gas, and food. That's whatever the cost of that would be. I'm
greedily sucking dick at that point.
I know you would, but that's what I'm saying. Money isn't everything. We don't need to have everything. We will have each other in video games.
Can't believe we're talking about this shit again. Fucking no. Money at that point is everything. You're telling me
if you do this, if you turn dick sucking into a job, you're doing the exact thing you already have. We're trying to get away from that. We're trying not to turn that into a job. We're trying to have us in game time. You're not trying to turn dick sucking into a job, because if that's the case, keep working your fucking miserable job.
Because I'm not making $1,000 a day.
Well,
and you're telling me after like a month and a half, 2 months in, that I'm not fucking figuring out the male psyche. I'm pinching their nipples while I'm going like this, and now it's only 20 minutes for $1,000.
Yeah, but
we have the rest of our day.
Yeah, $20 minutes for $1,000, and you're like, oh, that's a good thing. But then you're gonna double down on it. Well, if that's only 20 minutes, I've got the rest of the day. You're not done sucking your dick. So I'm just
telling me I can't suck a bunch of dicks in one day and then just have the rest of the month off.
That's exactly right, because it's the mentality, Brad. It's not about the dick sucking, it's about the mentality. You got to get away from that mentality. It's just,
I would get addicted to dick at that point.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, they're not even paying you anymore.
Oh. All right, guys. Happy Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay cool. We're out of here. Bye-bye.
Sorry, Mom.